What's up guys, it's Joseph, and this is going to be a quick video on comparing the Ultimac rail versus the RS Regulate when it comes to trying to co-witness your red dots to your iron sights. The red dots that I have mounted on my Arsenal SLR 107R are the Primary Arms Classic Gen 2 red dots, but I've also messed around with the SIG Romeo 5, the Holosun 403B, and the Vortex Crossfire 2 to see which ones sit the lowest. And it turns out to be the primary sits lower than the other three. The other three were all like very similar, except the primary was a good bit lower. So you can see the tube is like starting right basically at the flat bottom of the mount. The other thing that comes into play if you're going to get a co-witness or not is what height you're using your rear sight. If you leave your rifle on, say, the battle setting, like all the way back, you can probably see that sits slightly higher than the 100 meters. So the 100 meters is going to drop the rear sight a little bit, and that's the lowest that it can go. It depends where your rear sight is set at. So I did kind of like compare different settings. So on the SLR 107, both the Ultimac and the RS Regulate are unusable on the 100 meter setting because so like the RS Regulate is just out of the field of view, and on the Ultimac you start to it's all blurring together down at the bottom. At 200 meters though, or 25 yards with the Ultimac, that is sticking up enough so that it's usable. Still not usable on the RS Regulate until you get to the battle setting or the 300 meters. On both of these, you'll get enough of the front sight post in the field of view to where I would consider it usable. And then on my SAM 7 SF, I don't have a Ultimac on it, but I did notice that the optic rail seems to sit a little bit lower on the receiver than on my SLR 107, so that makes the optics sit a little bit lower. And while the RS Regulate is still unusable at 100 meters, you do get a little bit of a co-witness or a usable co-witness at the 200 meters or 25 yards. So if you're leaving your AK on the D or battle setting, your AKM is probably going to give you co-witness with a Primary Arms micro optic. I remember a YouTuber a while back, they said that with their Primary Arms advanced red dot, they were also able to get co-witness on the Ultimac rail. But again, I'm not sure what setting they were using, so that's something that like people should be mentioning when they're saying that they're getting co-witness. If you guys aren't familiar with how the AK iron sights work, I did make a how to zero your AK iron sights video, so you can find that on my channel. And then if you've been following like my other videos, I've mostly been recently messing with my CMMG 22 LR upper, trying to get it to run with FRT 15 trigger. And I did finally in the mail, I got the Fostech Plus Power Spring TACCOM firing pin. I'm gonna replace that now, and then that'll be a video pretty soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share. Join Gun Owners of America if you haven't already, and then I'll talk to you guys next time.